Bella sat on the edge of her bed, her eyes puffy from tears, clutching a photo of her late sister Vanessa. Caleb walked in silently, wiping his hands on a towel, his shirt damp with sweat. "You've been crying again," he said softly, but Bella didn't respond. She couldn't tell him why, not yet. The pain of discovering Vanessa had been pregnant before her death still haunted her. The worst part. Bella suspected Caleb knew something but kept it hidden. That night, Caleb crept into the kitchen and retrieved an old metal box behind the fridge. Inside were letters. Vanessa's letters, full of despair, secrets, and a love affair that wasn't meant to happen. As he read them, his expression turned dark. He licked his lips and whispered, "You should have kept quiet, Nessa." Bella found the box the next morning empty. She had seen Caleb go there the night before. Her instincts screamed, but her heart argued. "Maybe I'm being paranoid," she muttered, but deep down she knew something was wrong. Later that day she bumped into Ada, an old friend of Vanessa's, who hinted that Caleb and Vanessa were closer than siblings-in-law should be. Back home, Bella confronted Caleb. He was calm, too calm. "What are you talking about?" he asked, sipping juice. "Your sister was troubled, that's all." But when Bella mentioned the letters, Caleb's face twitched. For a second, just one, the mask slipped, and Bella knew. Caleb wasn't just hiding something. He was dangerous. Determined to uncover the truth, Bella searched through Vanessa's old belongings. Hidden inside a Bible was a worn-out journal. It detailed late-night visits, secret rendezvous, and disturbing entries about someone she called C. The final entry was chilling. "If I die, tell Bella to look in the red box under my bed." Bella's hands trembled as she rushed to her late sister's room. The box contained photos. Graphic photos. Caleb and Vanessa together. Bella's breath caught in her throat. She collapsed on the bed, her world spinning. That night, as Caleb knelt beside her and kissed her thighs like a ritual, she didn't flinch. She let him, knowing now the meaning behind the ritual. It wasn't love. It was guilt. Bella began noticing the pattern. Every night, Caleb would wait until she fell asleep, then slowly undress her and lick her thighs like a man possessed. It wasn't just affection, it was obsession. She started recording the sessions secretly, and in one video, Caleb murmured her sister's name. She showed the footage to Ada, who gasped and whispered, "That's a ritual from the forbidden Okrika cult. They believe licking the thighs of the woman you betrayed keeps her spirit from haunting you." Bella felt a chill crawl up her spine. She wasn't just a wife. She was a shield from Vanessa's wrath. And Caleb. He was a man haunted by blood. Bella visited an old spiritualist in the village, who confirmed her worst fears. "The girl's soul is restless. And your husband is the anchor." The only way to break the bond was to force Caleb to confess under the full moon. Bella returned home to find Caleb unusually loving. He cooked, danced, and even apologized for things he hadn't done. But when she confronted him with the spiritualist's warning, Caleb lost control. "She loved me," he screamed. "She begged me to leave you. But when she got pregnant, she threatened to ruin everything." He panted, sweat dripping from his brow. "I didn't kill her. I only pushed her. It was an accident." Bella felt her world shatter. "You killed my sister," she whispered. Caleb fell to his knees, sobbing, but the damage was done. The next day, Bella told Ada everything, and together they plotted a trap. They needed Caleb to confess publicly. "We'll invite the elders for a cleansing ritual," Ada said. "He'll crack under pressure." Caleb agreed to the ritual, thinking it was to free the home from Vanessa's spirit. But as the elders began chanting and the fire blazed, Caleb started convulsing. He shouted Vanessa's name repeatedly. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to push you. It was the baby. I couldn't raise a child born in sin." Unbeknownst to Caleb, Bella had planted a recording device under the altar. His confession was captured perfectly. After the ritual, the elders left in silence, their eyes filled with judgment. Bella played the tape over and over, tears mixing with rage. That night, Caleb tried to resume his ritual, but Bella stopped him. "No more," she whispered. "You're not licking away guilt tonight." She handcuffed him to the bed and played the recording. Caleb wept, begging for forgiveness. But Bella was beyond that now. "I'm going to the police. You don't deserve freedom." At the station, Bella presented the audio and photos. The officers were stunned but thorough. They dug up Vanessa's autopsy, drowning. But with the confession, they reclassified it as manslaughter. Caleb was arrested that evening, dragged out of the house screaming Bella's name. Reporters swarmed. Neighbors whispered. Bella stood in the doorway, her face unreadable. That night she burned the bed, the place where her body was used as a prison and a shield. The flames danced high like Vanessa's soul was finally free. Caleb's trial shook the community. People were divided, some blaming Bella for seducing her sister's lover, others calling her brave. In court, Caleb acted deranged. "I loved them both. But she left me no choice," he cried. The judge was unmoved. Bella testified with steel in her voice. "He didn't just kill my sister. He used me to cover his sins." The courtroom fell silent. When she played the tape, even the judge leaned forward. By the end of her testimony, there wasn't a dry eye in the room. After weeks of arguments, the verdict was delivered. Guilty. Caleb was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Bella didn't attend the sentencing. She was home, lying in Vanessa's old room, the journal in her hands. "We did it, Nessa," she whispered. That night, she dreamed of Vanessa smiling, walking away into a bright light. When Bella woke, there was peace in her chest for the first time in years. But deep inside, she knew this story wasn't over. Not yet. Months later, Bella received an anonymous envelope. Inside were new photos, recent ones, of her being watched. The angle, the lighting. Someone was stalking her. She panicked. Caleb was in prison. Who else knew? She reported it to the police, but they were dismissive. Could be a prank, they said. But Bella knew better. That night, she noticed a shadow by the window. When she rushed out with a bat, she found a black feather on her doorstep, just like the one Vanessa described in her journal. Bella sought help from the spiritualist again. He frowned upon hearing the new developments. Someone else was in the ritual. Another who drank from the same cup. Bella remembered, a man Vanessa mentioned once. Ezekiel, a friend of Caleb. He had disappeared shortly after Vanessa's death. With Ada's help, Bella tracked down Ezekiel's mother. The old woman cried upon seeing Vanessa's photo. "My son loved her too," she whispered. "But Caleb took her first." Bella felt her knees weaken. A love triangle, a bitter rivalry, and now revenge. Bella found Ezekiel living in a forest compound, half mad, painting images of Vanessa everywhere. When he saw Bella, he laughed. "You look like her. That's why I sent the pictures. To remind you she's not done." He spoke in riddles, but Bella recorded everything. Back in town, the police reviewed the footage. "He's unwell but dangerous," one officer warned. Bella was assigned security, but Ezekiel vanished again. Bella couldn't sleep. Every creak in the house felt like footsteps. Every whisper of wind felt like breath on her neck. One night Bella heard singing, Vanessa's lullaby. She followed it to the kitchen and found Ezekiel sitting at the table, smiling. "I just wanted to talk," he said. Bella screamed, but he didn't move. "They ruined her. Now they want to forget her. But I remember." Security rushed in and arrested him, but Ezekiel kept singing. He licked her because he feared her curse. "Now you carry it." Bella collapsed in tears. It was too much. Too many ghosts. Too many secrets. Bella returned to the village and asked the spiritualist for one final cleansing. "We must summon her properly this time. Let her speak," he said. That night, in the sacred grove, they lit the fire and called Vanessa's name. The wind roared. A voice echoed from the flames. "He paid. Let me go." It was soft but clear. Vanessa's spirit had found peace. Bella sobbed uncontrollably. The nightmare was over. At last her sister's soul was free, and so was she. Bella sold the house and moved to a quiet town. She started writing a book. The Sister's Curse. It was her therapy, her healing. Ada visited often, and together they turned pain into purpose, helping women who survived betrayal. The whispers faded. Caleb died in prison. Ezekiel was moved to a mental facility, and Bella finally smiled without fear. But deep down, she never forgot the lesson. Love can blind, obsession can kill, and silence can destroy. The book became a national bestseller. Interviews poured in. Bella spoke boldly about emotional abuse, spiritual manipulation, and grief. Her story touched lives. Women from across the country shared their own secrets. One day, a girl approached her after a seminar. "He licks my thighs too. Every night. And I thought it was love." Bella pulled her close. "It's not. Let's talk." And in that moment Bella knew. Her pain had purpose. Years later, Bella met Daimeji, a calm, soft-spoken therapist. He didn't rush her. Didn't touch her without asking. He listened. And slowly, Bella let herself feel again. Love not lust. Care not control. Their wedding was small, intimate, and beautiful. In her vows, Bella said, "I once believed love was what someone did to you. Now I know it's what someone does with you." Everyone cried, especially Ada. Bella named her daughter Vanessa. She told her stories about her aunt, the brave woman who tried to fight her demons alone. And she vowed to raise her daughter in truth, not secrets. Caleb's shadow was long gone. And when she visited her sister's grave one last time, she whispered, "I'm okay now. You can rest." A butterfly landed on her hand. Bella smiled, took a deep breath, and walked away. The story ends not with revenge, but with healing. Caleb's obsession destroyed lives. His silence murdered a soul. But Bella's courage brought light into the darkness. She learned that no one can truly love you while hiding demons behind your back. The moral lesson of this story is that trust is earned, not given. Never ignore your instincts. And no matter how dark the truth is, exposing it will always set you free.